Hello everyone, my name is Link, the trained unprofessional, and welcome back to Winds of Change. On the last episode, we got out of our vision, and we met Fortame, and we're just gonna go. We got our ceremony to go to, so let's see what the fuck is going on, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. When I exit my house, I feel a wave of heat overtake me. Complaining about the goddamn heat every single fucking game, the sun pierces through the canopy of Valor North with fierce intensity. Some of the residents use makeshift fans, looking utterly exhausted. Fortame, however, stands there unaffected, with a huge smile on his face.
Wow, I didn't expect you to look that fancy. Nice dress. You're really pulling it off. You should do my wardrobe next time we go out.
Oh yeah, we wore a dress.
Hey, are you okay? You look a little shaken up. Are you nervous about the ceremony?
Well, our one and only option is to be honest.
Oh, I see. Perhaps we should find Valessa first. It must have been bad if you're acting like this.
Yeah, no shit.
But hold on. Just remember the basics. Visions are never foolproof. They're always full of errors. It's like looking at a painting. It's up to interpretation. Everyone who looks at it would walk away with something different.
It was pretty cut and dry. The entire country burnt down. I mean, it's not all that hard to understand.
Not that I have visions, I'm just trying to help. Valessa will make sense of everything you saw. I know it. Sometimes visions make mountains out of mud piles.
Fortame, it's worse than you think.
Whoa, really? Scare me half to death, why don't you? Let's put everything on hold then, and get Valessa.
That's a good idea.
We're supposed to meet her in the town square. But if this is as bad as you say, you better tell me too. Not as a scribe in training, but as a friend. Got it?
Yeah, we have a few options here. I remember we did flirt with him last time, so let's do it again. You're more than a friend to me, Fortame.
Hey, you really need to stop saying weird stuff. You're gonna make me blush in front of everyone else.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should head to the town square. With this vision business, we'll have a busy day. Don't waste too much time, alright?
Fortame has now permanently joined your party. A comrade joining your party also retroactively unlocks content. For example, you can bring Fortame to your home and talk to him there. It is a good idea to form a habit of revisiting previous areas. Oh yeah, that's great game design. Make you go back and do shit. What do you think of my room?
Well, it's a huge mess, for one. You should see mine. It's flawless. I'm actually tempted to start cleaning.
Oh, haha.
But I know I shouldn't do that without permission. Last time I did that, I got into a whole mess of trouble. A story for another time, I guess. Or whenever you ask.
Jeez. What happened last time? I want to know.
I saw a house so dirty I couldn't resist. It turned out to be Milas's spare study home. Everything was messed up, but with purpose. He said it took him months to recover. I messed with his stuff and threw his studies off. I'll never forgive myself for doing that.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
He said it was unbecoming of me. I had to look up the word, but I guess it's true. As a scribe in training, I need to show some class.
Be my guest. You do whatever you want.
Oh, thank goodness. I was so scared you'd get mad at me. Give me a few minutes. I won't take long. Wait, why is there a sack of grain on the floor? And your cooking area is an absolute mess. This is going to take longer than I thought.
Should hire to be my maid.
Is that a serious offer? Because, you know, I'm very interested. Even if Milas says that's against the rules. But I'll wait until you make a formal offer. Sometimes I act on impulse and make a fool of myself. There was big trouble last time I cleaned without permission.
Yeah, you are a neat freak, huh?
I'm pretty sure that's an understatement. I just can't stand when something is out of place. It drives me insane. It makes me freak out.
Starting to realize how little actual commentary happens when I don't have to voice the characters.
Don't be offended if you see me messing around. Everything has an order. A perfect place it should be. I just like putting things where they belong.
Oy. So what do you think about being a scribe in
Pretty
training?
great, actually. Everything is given to me by Valanorth. Money, food, a house, you name it. I work with Valessa more than you, though. I'm kind of disappointed about that. We tend to roleplay real scenarios. She'll take on your role, and I'll take on hers. Playing a scribe for a scribe. Best possible training. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll ever be a real one.
Aw. How long have you been training, man?
About 5 years less than Valessa. After the Triumvirate took over Mazeo, we were scared. So I think it was a worst-case scenario type of thing. Some people say that Mila's father trained him too. That's why he was able to take over so easily. That means he's like me, but for the position of Elder. You must be messing with me. Is this a test? I'd rather not talk about that, if it's all the same. At least approach the subject a little more casually.
Sorry, we asked what happened to Mazeo. See, when I'm not actively talking, sometimes I just forget to. Well, my bad. I didn't mean to fucking... You know what? Oh, it's not... This isn't on Renpy, so I can't go back? Oh, decisions are final. Damn. What do you do in your spare time?
Well, I really love climbing trees. Aside from that, I love reading and cleaning. It's a simple life here. But I have no problem with it. I have a lot of time off. Way more than Valessa. Honestly, I think I only do half of what she does. Just means I need to keep myself occupied. If you see me with cuts and bruises, don't freak out. I'm pushing myself to the limits, climbing bigger trees. Before you know it, I'll be on top of the Grand Tree.
Have fun, I guess. Maybe I'll join you.
Wait, seriously? That sounds awesome! I'll have to choose something easy then. I don't want to throw you right into it. Valenorth needs you, and I won't screw that up. But it might be fun having an apprentice to teach.
You ever thought about a job?
I don't think I'm really allowed to do that. The training I go through is already mentally exhausting. I need to devote my spare time to blowing off steam. Of course, this is under Milas' orders. I'm sure I could handle something if I really wanted, but getting in trouble with him really isn't worth it.
Again, you mean? What would you do if you could? That's a good hypothetical
To be
question.
honest, I just like helping people. So probably cleaning up here and there, keeping tidy. I consider a day successful if I've made someone else smile.
No.
Maybe I could be a problem solver or something. People always need some help, so I'd never go bored. It would always involve something new and exciting. Of course, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Milas says I'm not allowed to do any extra work. Training has to be my most important focus.
Okay. Well, if you want, I could offer you some under-the-table
That sounds
work.
awesome. It really does. But I'd never hear the end of it from Milas. If I overload my brain with work, I'll slip up.
Yes, suppose.
He says I always need to be at the ready. Unfortunately, that leads to a lot of waiting around. Who would have thought too much spare time is an issue? That's why I do things I can always cut short. Climbing a tree? Just hop down and try again later. Cleaning? Just stop. The mess isn't going anywhere.
I guess. It's pretty harsh.
I could think of much worse things to do. Considering that, it's not too bad on my end. My life is simple, and there's some beauty in that. You and Valessa always seem so busy. I'd rather stay in my situation than be overworked. I'm sure you cope with it, but I doubt I could. I hope I never have to step up either. That would mean something terrible happened to Valessa. I don't even want to think about that. Let's move on.
Okay. Have you ever thought about quitting?
Oh no, I could never do that to you. You need me, and all of Valenorth needs me. I'm not as important, but I'm still important. We're almost as important as the Elder, actually. He even looks to us for guidance sometimes. I love the job. It just has some downsides. I wouldn't mind leaving Valenorth one day, but that's probably just because I'm not allowed to. You know what they say about wanting what you can't have.
Yeah, I suppose. Do you like living in Valenworth?
Yeah, it's great here. Sometimes I wish I could leave, but it's dangerous out there. Mazeo is the closest city, and we all know what happened there.
No, we fucking
Baltinas
don't.
would be way too cold for me, and Dalarinthia would be way too warm. I think we have it perfect right here.
Yeah, I feel you there. Now you tell me about
Well,
Baltius.
it's really far up north. The Triumvirate station there. I've heard their castle is amazing.
Yeah?
But I don't think too many people live there. From what I've read, it's full of their most loyal subjects. So they're honor guard, and prospective generals.
Uh-huh.
I've heard they have a grand library, though.
Ooh.
In Valenorth, my reading material is really limited.
Yeah.
I'd say a library like that makes up for the cult.
Yep. What about Alarinthia?
The tribal lands, to the far east. I know very little about Alarinthia, except that it's hot. You have to be really strong to live in a place like that.
Yeah.
And that's who lives there, mostly. They take strength very seriously. And hold tournaments. Fighting is a big deal. It determines who holds the throne.
Mm-hmm.
But there's barely any books on it here. I'm really only educated on Valenorth and Mazeo. Maybe someone else could teach you about Alarinthia.
Okay. Well, you mentioned Mazeo, so how about that one?
It's the trade hub of Alestia, full of docks and ships. I really hate talking about this, so I'll make it quick. It's been over 20 years since the Triumvirate occupied it. They put a trade ban in effect as soon as they did. It doesn't affect me too much, except for a type of apple. My parents used to treat me with them when I was younger. Hopefully one day they remove the stupid ban. They say it keeps order on things, but I'm not sure. More laws just means more rules to break, right?
I mean, there's a little more to it than that.
Yeah, Mazeo is a really interesting place. Everyone said the force they used to occupy it was justified. Eliminating piracy and bringing the law to Mazeo was necessary.
If you say so. I'm personally partial to a little bit of chaos every now and then, but maybe one day we'll get to leave Valenorth. What do you think of that?
That'd be cool, but I highly doubt it. We have strict orders to remain in Valenorth at all times, and Milas isn't the type of guy to let anyone break the rules.
Yeah.
It's been this way for thousands of years. I don't think we'll get any special treatment. I mean, we can dream, but it won't really go anywhere.
Yeah, because the traditions just make things valid. I'm pretty hopeful.
Oh yeah? What makes you think that? Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to get my hopes up. It took me long enough to come to terms with it the first time.
Jesus. Maybe I should have called him a pessimist. Alright. We're done talking there. Let's get the fuck out of here and actually do something in this episode, huh? How about that? The town square is a serene and beautiful place, like usual. A far cry from how I saw it in last night's vision. Take a deep breath and relax. We're all safe. For now.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Hey.
I was starting to worry you might be late.
Hey.
Thankfully, we still have time to spare.
Hey. She runs up to me and gives me a tight hug. I glance over at Fortame and he appears embarrassed.
Oh my. Is this a hint of romance I see? And in public too? People will start to talk.
Shut it, Fortum! Nobody asked you. I was just excited to see the seer. Remember how special today is?
Oh, man. So what if there's something between us? I don't comment on rumors and speculation. I like this one.
Whoa, I was just joking around. If you're serious, then I'm kinda jealous.
Oh, he's jealous.
But I guess there's more important matters at hand.
Aww.
Sorry for getting sidetracked. I'm all over the place. Do your thing. I'll be waiting over there by the tank.
He runs off to the water tank and rests against it. He's definitely out of earshot, so I can talk to Valessa. We need to meet up with Milas so they could hear about my vision!
I swear, Fortum can be so insufferable. Be glad you don't work with him as much as I do. He keeps things interesting, to say the least.
We could call him annoying, we could say don't be harsh on the guy, we could say we have a thing for him, or we could just be neutral and say that. I'm choosing like all the flirty options. I just want to be nice to everybody. Just say I kind of have a thing for him.
You mean you and Fortum? Trust me, that's the last thing I expected to hear. It's just one of the many things that don't add up today.
Oh, you.
Fortum would never willingly walk away from us. He'd only do that if he's not allowed to listen in. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had a vision.
A vision! Yeah, really bad one, Valessa.
Oh, really? I knew something was off. You seemed different. I didn't want to bring it up, but now I know why.
Let me smash.
Should we go to the Grand Tree then? Might be good to discuss this in private. If I tell the villagers, they won't bother us.
No, we need to get the Milas and faced.
Whoa, you're starting to creep me out, Seer. Involving the Elder? That's very serious.
Yeah, it's fucking
But
serious.
I trust your judgment. I really do. Let's grab Fortum and head to Miles' place.
Oh, I'll grab him, alright.
If it's actually that bad, you should be there with us. Just promise me one thing. Do your best to keep calm. Some of the villagers are already looking your way. If they see you freaking out, they'll freak out too.
Okay. We achieved the scribe achievement. Achievement! Valessa has now permanently joined your party. Like before, fucking show. Oh, a new feature. Parallel Chronicles has been unlocked. A brief tutorial on that will follow after this dialogue window. Oh, why do they have to say that? Whatever. And the world of Alestia is the world of Alestia is a living, breathing place. Though the story takes place from your perspective, a large cast of characters is always up to something. On the top left of the applicable maps, you can view subplots by clicking a character's mini portrait. You can do these in any order, but it is highly recommended that you do them in the order that you see them. That makes sense. Makes sense. Alright. Let's see what, this one. What Damek. Let's see what Damek is up to. Damek and Ulrich gathered in the town square come morning. The road to Valinor would be long and fraught with danger, but this time Damek was certain he'd sent the right man.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own? It's not too late to ask for some escorts.
Yes, Damek, stop asking. I'll be fine. And I'm well aware of the dangers. Bringing more people would just put them in harm's way.
Yeah.
Well, forgive me for caring. I just wanted to make sure you're comfortable. If the attack is imminent, you'll have to rush.
No kidding.
I expect it'll take me under a day. I'll arrive in the dead of night or maybe early morning. Seeking out the seer will be the first thing I do.
Fantastic, then things will go perfectly. Make sure to give the rest of the town a heads up. You can all evacuate together. You'll blend right in.
Yeah, that's gonna blend right in. Everybody get the fuck out. That's certainly a way to not draw attention.
Remember, you need to stop by Milas and grab the blade. Otherwise, the Triumvirate will seize it when they attack. If I'm honest, I don't think we stand a chance without it.
I can't believe they're attacking Valinor. The occupation of Mazeo is still so fresh. Thankfully, they haven't found us yet.
Yeah.
Right under their noses, just as we should be. I'm going to meet with the mayor after this, actually. I'll see about fully claiming those underground tunnels. Whatever they were digging for, they've stopped. I think it would make a fine base of operations. Getting the deed shouldn't be too difficult.
Wait, you mean we'll have a new home? No more sleeping on the hard tavern floor?
Never again. It's time we get established. I have some large shoes to fill as the general. The first step is finding us a fitting home.
I like him.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. But one last thing before I go. Is it true what I've heard about Milas?
Absolutely, so please be kind to him. He'll be a valuable ally in the coming days. Best of luck on your vacation, Ulrich.
Trust me, I wish that's what it was. But I'll try retrieving the seer and the blade as soon as possible. Good luck with the mayor. I think you'll need it. But coming back to a home with an actual battle plan? It's starting to feel like our cause has some real weight to it. I feel bad for doubting you, Damek. You're doing a great job.
No. That's lovely. Well, let's see what fucking evil McFuckface is up to. Sovi. Sovi entered the chambers of the Triumvirate unprompted, for Halen had extracted the information they desired. They raised their hoods and turned to him, scoffing, a hint of aggression on their quickly concealed faces.
Sovi, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Halen has finished his interrogation, Masters. I thought it would be wise to relay the results. Unless you are plotting behind our backs.
We would never do such a thing. Information is granted to you as we see fit. If you are left in the dark, it is not permanent.
No.
But please, tell us what Halen discovered. We have a feeling our theories are similar.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, of course. The Exodus wielder is located in Valinor. I am ready to launch our attack at a moment's notice.
I remember I saw this thing on Twitter, because I was thinking, like, we got people in this game who've worked on AAA titles before, and someone posted on Twitter, was like, person asks, how did you get so-and-so to voice act in your game? How did you manage them to get them to do that? How did you get them to voice act in your project? And they're like, well, I paid them with money. Tends to work. You should try it. It kind of knocks the mystique down a peg, and I think that's a good thing.
Good. Then it is time you hear the rest. Valinor is just a small part of our larger plan. We see no more reason to withhold this information.
That much was obvious, Masters. Why did you keep it from me for so long? Halen and I are more than loyal enough.
Sophie, this is not a matter of loyalty. We are sure you'll understand when you hear. It would not be wise to doubt our word.
Yeah, motherfucker. Know your role and shut your mouth.
My apologies. Nobody likes being left in the dark. I will ensure my words sound less doubtful. If there is a greater plan at play, I am honored. I find no greater pleasure than serving your cause. So please, tell me what you wish, and it will happen.
Damn straight.
We've led you to believe that Valinor is our goal. However, it is just the beginning of a much larger plan.
Yeah?
Today, you will learn the true nature of the spirit realm.
There's a spirit realm in this one? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, and now we get to examine our surroundings. Water runs down the side of the tank at a steady rate. That's a sign it's gotten full and requires attention. For a moment, I'm glad that so much water is in the center of Valinor. If we could somehow redirect the flow, it could easily combat fire. There's a book sitting here. It's wet and stained. Most likely water damage due to its proximity to the tank. When I approach it, Fortame laughs and apologizes to me.
I think I dropped that when I was waiting. It's something I picked up from Mila's house a few days ago. You're free to take it. I have no use for it anymore.
Oh, lovely.
Mysterious Mazeo. When the Triumvirate occupied Mazeo almost 20 years ago, many people wondered if they did so with an ulterior motive. On the surface, it looked like they wished to rid the region of piracy and those who would break the law. While it worked, many believed that the Triumvirate was slowly becoming tyrannical. There is one very peculiar thing, however. Their general, or mayor, is almost never seen, and the same goes for the honor guard they placed in Mazeo. Hundreds of soldiers, almost never walking in the light of day. Instead, I've had several reports tell me that they dig in the night, deep underground, as if they're searching for something of importance. Could this be what they wanted Mazeo for? I've branched out of Valinor and started corresponding with some people of note in Mazeo. It seems that even if it had a positive impact, many are against the idea of a forceful occupation. One city, and then the world. I suspect that the people in opposition will soon form their own army. It seems like they want to take Mazeo away from the Triumvirate and place it back in the hands of the people. A noble cause, I say. Valinor must never meet Mazeo's fate. The Elder of Valinor.
Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. Well, that was the one and only book. But there's still stuff to examine. Houses near the tank are preserved for the elderly. Something about minimizing travel to the water source. Of course, houses near here are way too humid to be comfortable. For some reason, they don't complain and happily reside inside.
Try not to waste too much time here, Seer. I'm dressed in layers, and this humidity is gross. Wouldn't want to ruin my outfit before your ceremony.
Oh, wouldn't want to ruin your outfit. Oh, okay, well then, let's just get the fuck out of here then, because I have no interest in examining this shit. So let's go to Milas. There's a storm going on outside, in case you heard that. We entered Milas' house with an aura of purpose. Though they didn't know what I saw, they knew it was important. We see him shuffling papers at his table, oblivious to our existence.
Hey, Milas. We need to have a word.
Which word do you want?
He doesn't seem to respond, and continues his business. Fortame seems anxious, and taps his foot on the floor. A few moments later, Valessa gives up and interjects.
Milas, snap out of it. We need to talk about something important.
She slams her fist down on the table, startling Milas. He jumps back a few feet in fright, and then laughs. Whatever he was looking at, it had fully engrossed him.
You know what they say about death, right? When we die, we go on to live in the realm of spirits. With that logic, spiritual energy should be infinite.
Why the fuck fuck? Why the fuck do you start a conversation like that, dude? It's so messed up.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that. I mean, we've had seers and scribes for thousands of years. I'm pretty sure we'll have them for thousands more to come.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? Sorry for rambling, but we should all have a seat. I'm afraid things aren't going to go as planned.
He motions to the back of his house, a carpeted area. With no chairs inside, it looks like we're sitting on the floor. Ugh. We make our way over there questioning just what he meant. And what did he meant? I guess we'll find out in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Winds of Change, and on the next one we'll find out what the fuck is going on in his house. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been the trained up professional speaking of the voice in my head when I say, fare thee well.
Bye, everyone. Oh my god.